Hi, my name is Megan Heitz, and this is my service project. I want to start off with a scripture from Mosiah 2:17, and it says, "And behold, I tell you these things that ye may learn wisdom, that ye may learn that ye are in the service of your fellow beings, ye are only in the service of your God." I think that is a beautiful scripture to just set the tone of why service is so important. In the end, we are serving others, but when we serve others, we are ultimately serving God and becoming more Christ-like. So, for my service project, I was blessed with the opportunity to serve in the temple, not as a temple worker, but for the temple open house. So, I am from Eugene, Oregon, and we are blessed to have a temple opening next week. Our dedication is this Sunday, June 7th. So, very excited about that. And on April 30th and May 7th, I worked 4 hours both times in different areas, and I was able to help show members, non-members, and many, many amazing people through the temple. I worked in the bride's room and read a script, and then on May 7th, I worked at the front doors using a clicker to count how many people are coming through, and I opening the doors for everybody and welcoming them. Another scripture I love is Galatians 5:13, by love serve one another. That's how we should be approaching every service opportunity is through love. This photo is a photo of me and my family about to go and see the temple. And that was a really special moment to all be united to go do that because we're not all together all the time now. The lessons I've learned from this project, it's kind of interesting because the service project, it wasn't a physical labor. Although I was standing for a long time, it was most definitely just an opportunity where I feel like, although I was serving others, that I gained more of the service in return. I gained more than I gave, is how I feel. But the lessons I learned is that temples are built for everyone. I saw so many different types of people come into the temple, people that you wouldn't ordinarily think would enjoy the temple on a regular day. But I saw their smiles as they left the bride's room and their smiles going into it, and how the temple truly can connect people. I also learned, again, through service, we grow closer to God. I grew so much. I was able to be filled with so much love and joy, but on the end of each day, that I definitely gained more than I gave. And I also learned that connections are made in the uncomfortable. I was not super comfortable with having to stand in front of the door and welcome people every single time. But during that, I met people that I had weird connections with. Someone's daughter I knew from BYU, and the person that I was working with, the brother that I was working with, he is the most sweet man, and I love him and I'll love him forever. And we're Facebook friends now. So connections are made through service, connections are mainly comfortable, and God puts you in certain places to make those connections. And I think it's lovely. Another scripture is Doctrine and Covenants. Wherefore be faithful, stand in the office which I have appointed unto you, succor the weak, lift up the hands which hang down, and strengthen the feeble knees. That's what service is for. It's to strengthen, it's to love. Um, and I definitely was strengthened through this. Here's a couple photos of me. Of course, you can't take photos inside of the temple, but this one on the right has my little name tag, and that's me outside the temple, and the other one is just the dress I wore on my first day. Uh, another scripture I have is, "What doth God require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God?" We're supposed to be walking with God. We're supposed to love. I think I always come back to love because I think that is the greatest commandment, to love one another. And that is a photo of my grandpa. My grandpa worked security for the temple. So I didn't have a ton of photos because you can't take a lot of photos, but these are the few I have. Thank you. And I wanted to end with a quote from Thomas S. Monson. It kept on autocorrecting to monsoon. I really tried to keep monsoon, I promise. We are surrounded by those in need of our attention, our encouragement, our support, our comfort, our kindness. I think this is so beautiful because, again, the amount of people that go to the temple, it's an opportunity for everyone to be able to come, everyone to be able to feel the spirit. It's not dedicated yet, but you can tell. You can tell that God's there, that Christ's there, and that is truly a special place. And that is for everybody because everybody needs God, everybody needs Christ, and everyone needs a little bit more love. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a great day.